Okay. Give it a second to. We should be live at any point. So
Okay, yeah, here it goes.
yeah.
And you're not on mute this time?
No, no. You can. I can see my voice going up and down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Uh. In case you're wondering, this is Dan Gilman.
And this is Zach Gazrowski from Mygamer.com and Varms.net and Squallsnake.com.
Well, we're all from Mygamer.
Yeah,
In case you're wondering.
those are just their own personal sites, too.
Yeah. Varms.net. Your source for all wonderful, awesome geek news. But anyway, we are playing a. We were lucky enough to get a pre-release version of Mutant Muds for Steam from Renegade Kid,
Renegade Kid, yeah.
and you've had some experience with their games in the past. They're mainly a mobile developer, you said.
Yeah, well, they, Renegade Kids, from what I understand, is, a smaller, more independent game studio. And they've made what I think some very impressive DS games. Back back in when the original DS was much more prevalent.
Like
And
DSi games.
no, regular. They released a couple of games. The two most noticeable ones were Dementium, the Ward, which was a first person shooter on the DS, and it was a great looking game. It's basically like almost like the Doom 3 of the DS, if that kind of makes sense. It's more like Doom with like, scary Silent Hill-ish,
Yeah, I know about.
creepy,
Yeah.
so they made that, and then they actually made a sequel later. I actually never played the sequel to it, but that was also on DS. And then they also made a game called Moon, and Moon was,
I heard about Moon. I heard it was very good.
yeah, I mean, these games, and that was another first-person shooter, and it's kind of weird because like a first-person shooter on the DS, like that, there, and you got like Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime Hunters and things like that. So it's not a very user-friendly system for first-person shooters, but I mean, these games, Moon and Dementium,
Yeah, the
just
Ward. Let's
the
just call it
Ward.
the Ward.
The Ward is, yeah, a little bit hard to say, and its sequel. But I mean, Moon and these games were just great looking DS games. Like, you would not think that the DS is capable of creating 3D environments like this. I mean, it really rivals something like Metroid. But they're really. I mean, if you get a chance to play these games, just play them just for the hell of it, just to like experience like, holy crap, you can do this on DS. It's amazing. So, Mutant Muds here, what we're playing. This is, I guess, Mutant Muds Deluxe, because the
It has a couple extra levels.
it's got some extra content from the original Mutant Muds, which was first released on the 3DS eShop.
Which you can notice there's some odd depth stuff that's not like. Like, you don't really see this kind of thing in PC games anymore.
Right.
It's not unheard of in a PC game, but it's the sort of thing that you see all the time on a 3DS game.
Yeah, this game was, probably mostly designed for the 3DS. You turn up the slider. That's where you can jump in the background. You can jump in the foreground, as you can see here. But it still works, for the PC. It's kind of cool because like things it might be a little hard to tell maybe on the stream, but things in like the foreground are kind of blurred out. So you get still the focus in the background there. And this game, it's a harder game. They designed it to be a harder platformer, as you can see here.
Well, also, I'm not very good at it, so.
Well,
And this is
we're still new to it. We have.
Yeah, this is actually the second level, which is, even adds a little something else to it. That it's like the first level,
Yeah.
like I whizzed through no problem, and this is the second level in it, and I've already died once. So, yeah. Glad
That's
it
me.
got.
So there is going to be there is Mutant Muds Deluxe, which was recently released on the Wii U eShop. So you can also check it out on Wii U if you don't want to check out the Steam version or the original DS version. And then this game, from what I understand too, is going to be ported eventually to the Vita.
Yeah, it actually is a better looking game than I thought it was going to be, which I don't know. Like, I guess all of the art I saw is like when he's way up in the foreground and
Yeah.
very, very pixelized. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess the artwork in the eShop just didn't do this game a lot of favor.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be, your classic, 8-bit style, pixely graphics, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be old school platformer, challenging.
Yeah, but it does well by that kind of thing.
Sure.
It I, it just seems like they took it at its most offensive, which isn't like right here, like
Yeah.
with stuff that it's like when it's like right up in your face, that it's just like right there and like right in front of you, and it's
Hmm.
like, that doesn't look wonderful. And it's like, oh, let's just do a screenshot right now. And it's like, it would probably be best if you didn't.
This game is. I might be one of the few people that actually played the Wario Land game for Virtual Boy. I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
if you.
It's Wario Woods is.
No, 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 not Wario Woods. That was the puzzle game. I think it was just called like Wario Land. To be honest with you, maybe I should look that up. But it's very similar to this Wario game for the Virtual Boy, because in the Virtual Boy game, like the whole gimmick was is you can jump. It's Virtual Boy Wario Land is the full official title. But so Virtual Boy Wario Land, very similar here to Mutant Muds in the fact that you can, jump in and out of the background. Like that was again the whole gimmick of the game. And
Yeah, as quickly as people forget that Nintendo has tried this entire 3D thing before, and well, it didn't really do very well then.
yeah,
It's well, and oddly enough, it's like it's not doing like like the system is achieving like it's doing well in spite of the fact that it can do 3D stuff kind of
yeah.
like
And well, that's why they made the 2DS too, because people are like, I like the 3DS. It has
it's
great
it's
games
a
on
more
it.
powerful DS.
Yeah, it's got some great games, first party, third party games. But the 3D effect, no one really uses it a whole lot. So that's why they made the cheaper 2DS alternative.
Well, and it's weird because like I think that they inadvertently hit on, like, they figured out like what you want in a handheld um through the DS. Like, it existed with the GBA SP before,
Hmm.
with like closing the lid to cover the screen kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think for the most part with the DS, like I don't even really care about the second screen that much as the fact that, like, nah, I can just close the screen. And it's like, I liked my PSP a lot when I first got it, but like my PSP also has way more scratches than my DS, and
yeah,
I've had my DS for way longer than I've had my PSP.
yeah. I like the clamshell, design.
Yeah,
You can put it in your pocket. You can walk around with it. You can get some street pass.
Street Pass, yeah. How long after you had the system did you stop caring?
You know what whenever I go on a trip, whenever I like walk through the airport, it's like I bring my DS and I just leave it on, and like that's where I get
Your
street
most
passes.
we
You know,
I was having a conversation with a friend recently, and it was we were talking about the fact that, like, since the new Pokemon game came out, we've been getting Street Pass like crazy,
yeah,
and it's like just from like places that we never expect it. And it's like, he's like, yeah, like, I'm at work, and I'm like, don't you kind of like work in a retirement home? And he's like, yeah. and
that's
I'm
weird.
and he's like, and I'm getting
Yeah.
Street Pass like more times a night than there are employees. So I'm just like sitting there like, is like someone's like daughter coming to visit them in the
Mhm.
middle of the night, and I don't know
Yeah,
about it? And like, or like, is this just like old people having problems sleeping, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna play this Pokemon
play some
game?
Pokemon.
And he's like, I don't know, it's just like really weird. And I'm like, and it's like, well, do they have any good Pokemon that they're like trading
Right.
yet? And he's like, no, they do not.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I go, like, if I'm, casually going to Best Buy or shopping or something on a Saturday, if I got pocket space, yeah, I'll throw my DS and hopefully get a street pass or two. But it's you always get some more when you go to like the airport. I noticed I
Oh
always
yeah,
get a
because
few.
everyone who
Everybody's
has
got, and you get people from out of countries and stuff like that. So you get like the kind
you
of like
eat those
the
little
achievements where
achievements.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, where it's like you street pass with 3 people from a different country or whatever.
I've like that's the sadly that's like one of the few things that I've missed about E3 is
Yeah.
that
Oh man, you get
sup-
huge.
supposedly this year there was a guy standing outside of E3. He wasn't even invited in. He couldn't even get into the building. He just wanted to get like
Street passes.
he's they're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you here? Like, he's just like, I just want to get like, I guess there's an
Yeah.
achievement for getting 9,999 street passes or
Oh,
something.
maybe.
And he was just like, I just want to get that achievement.
And you can get that at E3 like in the 3 days. I'm
Well,
sure
because everyone there,
everybody's
fucking,
got
yeah.
one. Yeah.
And
Like
like
that's the place to go.
well, yeah, they have like 50,000 attendants there.
Yep. And a lot of people are walking around.
Yeah, because everyone's like, I'm just gonna get street passes. Fuck it, I'm just gonna like, I'm just gonna fill in my Mario poster
Yep.
or whatever the stupid thing, my stupid.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them now. There's new ones.
Oh,
They got
that
the new
pisses
Street
me
Pass
off
game.
so much. The that they just like keep adding those 3D things, just because it's like, oh great, so it's gonna be harder and rarer for me to get stuff now.
Yeah, to finish it up. Yeah.
So you can upgrade your. I'll go into a shop and you can upgrade like your equipment and everything, but you'll see that I just don't have enough. I think they're like referred to as like sparkly diamonds or something.
Yeah, so that's why there's a benefit besides just collecting them.
Yeah,
Using
yeah.
to buy stuff.
To like upgrade, like I believe one of
Yeah.
the things is like I can boost longer.
Yeah, because I mean, if you notice when you're playing here, I mean, you're collecting every single one that you're walking by. Like there's
Yeah.
always a coin, kind of right in your way.
Well, and yeah, and I believe that so far there's been 100 per level.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing that's probably going to be the constant going forward.
Yeah.
I, nothing has led me to believe that that's going to change. So,
You might get, I don't know if you get like a ranking on each level if you get everything.
I haven't seen a ranking yet.
Okay. I know there's like the timer up there, so if you wanted to speed
Yeah,
run-
I don't know if that's for speed runs or what. But
or
yeah.
if there's leaderboards. I don't know if there's leaderboards.
I don't know. It's some of the stuff is really weird. Like the settings in particular, kind of just felt like it was a straight port of a game. Like it actually felt like it was running in an emulation.
Oh.
Because the options are actually in they're like in a top window, and it's basically like I had to click to like enable controller support. I mean, and controller support is here natively, but it didn't pick up
Yeah.
the controller natively, and I had to tell it like, "Oh yeah,
with the
no,
controller.
yeah." When it was like, I had to be like, "Yeah, use my 360 controller," because before that it was just like, it had seen the 360 controller, but it was just going to keyboard by default. So I don't know if that's, that's not a huge, fix, and it's on Steam. And one of the things that me and pretty much everyone else loves about Steam is, if the creator or even like a fan and the creator, creates a mod or something, and the creator's just like, oh yeah, no, this is perfect. I approve this. Use this, and like it can be pushed out to the community as whole at large.
Yeah.
And it can become official like pretty much instantaneously, just like that. And everyone on Steam will have it. I mean, I pretty much at this point, if you're going to distribute something, the way to do it is Steam on PC.
Sure. I know this game's been like, I think this game's been, if I'm not mistaken, just like done, like finished for months, and Steam just had to approve it. And I could be getting my details wrong.
Oh no, Steam's been weird recently about approval process on stuff. Hey, Casey says we don't sound fucked up today, so that's always good. Thanks,
Yeah.
Casey.
Thanks. Yeah, we're always trying to improve.
Yeah, thanks for making sure I'm not muted this week.
Yeah.
Number one fan of the site, Casey. um, so no, it's Steam's been really weird ever since. So what was it? God, what was that game that we played that one week that you didn't even know if you wanted to do the stream of?
Oh, I don't know.
It was the really weird, like 30-second, like WarioWare game.
McPixel.
Yeah, McPixel. So the creator of McPixel, had supposedly been trying to get that game on Steam for ever.
Yeah.
And they had just been like, no, no, no. There's not enough audience for it. You need to have this much. And he's like, look, I have this much sales outside of it. I would love to just get it on Steam.
Hmm.
And I have as much as you say, that, as much interest. And they're like, well, that's, we think you've peaked kind of thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so he's like, okay, well, and then he like released a thing that was like how many people would rebuy or like would buy McPixel or rebuy McPixel if it was
Yeah.
released on Steam. Please sign this, just so
Hmm.
they know that like that we're serious, so we can get this on Steam. And he got like 3 times the signatures that they needed,
Oh.
and they were still like, nah, we're good. Um, and
That game
so
was crazy.
yeah, that game is really like McPixel. If you have, and it was like on the Steam sale. I think I got it for like 99 cents on the Steam sale. And I
Yeah,
think it's like
that's
five
that,
bucks normally.
yeah, that's worth 99 cents.
Yeah, and so he's like, and then they released it. They did the Greenlight initiative, and the guy was just like, well, fuck it, I'll just do it on Greenlight,
Oh.
and he got the votes needed on Greenlight in something ridiculous like 4 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And it was like this is after they were like throwing like trying to like just say no, 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 like it's just like Steam's just not a good fit for you or whatever, and it's just like he basically proved no, like Steam's a really good fit for me. This
Hmm. Hmm.
what I've been saying all along.
Yeah, I mean that's Steam's a great place to get these smaller, weirder, different games.
Yeah, I mean I understand that you have to defend your brand to a certain degree, but I would love it if just every fucking PC game ever was available on Steam. As long as they had a certain like quality control thing that you had to go through to be like, will it run
Hmm.
on like
Hmm.
a normal system, like just a certain degree of just making sure that it's not broken out of the box.
Yeah, I'm sure Valve would like it if more games, because there's other services out there like Good Old Games and
Well,
the Origin EA system.
the thing is, like, it's getting to this really weird area right now that more and more places, it's like Good Old Games or like Green Man Gaming, they'll run a sale, and you'll just get a Steam code, and that's what you're buying there. It's like, yeah, here's this game really stupid cheap. Oh, okay. Yeah, and here's your Steam code. It's like, huh.
Hmm.
It's like, all right. And it's just, and they'll call it like, this is protected by Steam DRM. That's why you have to use
Right,
Steam. And it's
right.
like, I guess.
Does Mutant Muds? I think this game should have like Steam achievements.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple while we were playing.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Um, fucking ice level.
Always.
I was just gonna say, Mutant Muds, you just lost half a point on your review. Oh, I wish I was that shallow to actually do that.
Every platformer has to have one.
No, they don't. Shut the fuck up.
speaking of platformers,
Have you seen the reviews? The new Mario game's been
yeah,
getting,
it's
by
been
the
getting
way.
really good
Like,
reviews.
not it's not even good reviews. They're like amazing review, and like
Yeah,
the crazy.
nines, tens.
The lowest review I've seen was oddly from the Escapist.
Well, what score was that?
It got an 8,
Yeah.
and it was like
Even,
it was like say, but it was like saying like really like
I mean, even still an 8, you can buy an 8. No, like hands down.
yeah, yeah, and it was like I don't know. It was like you ever read one of those reviews that it's just kind of like I don't know. It just they were like, oh, I wanted it to be perfect, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
And you're like, it's not like
it's that's not it.
yeah. It
That's
was
not the
just like
point.
some of the highlights of it were just kind of seemed like, oh, this game isn't what I wanted it to be, and it's like, well, it's not the game's fault that you wanted it that you thought it was going to be something else. Like, I'm sorry that you thought like Mario was going to be in a cat suit the entire time, and it was going to be, Mario meow 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 version.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of great. I mean, there's a lot of shit coming out on Friday. Big stuff. There's 2 Mario games. You got the new Mario for Wii U. You got Mario Party. You got the new Zelda Link Between Worlds, and of course the Xbox launch. And that's just. I mean, last week you had PS4. I mean, there's
I'm
just
actually yeah, and I'm probably getting a Wii U this year.
yeah, a lot of stuff. I mean, I haven't been really like this pumped about like a single release date since like 11/11/11. With like Skyrim and what else came out, like Mass Effect or something that day too.
I think there was a Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Of
Oh, yeah,
course
maybe it
there
was
was a
Call of
Call of
Duty.
Duty.
Yeah,
Of course there was. Call of Duty
yeah,
always
always in
leveraged.
November. Yeah,
Well, no, I think they did 10-10-10 too.
10/10/10, 12/12/12.
I don't think they did 12-12-12.
Yeah, 12/12/12 is just not as cool as 11/11/11.
There was something on 999 too, but
That was the Dreamcast.
well, oh no, that was 9999.
Right. And that was also Final Fantasy 8 9999.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I hated Final Fantasy 8.
I like Final Fantasy 8. Shut up.
Did I ever go? Yeah, I really school snake.
Well, Spuds liked it too.
Did I ever show you the that like there's this web page that it's like Squall is dead, and it's this
No.
entire fan theory that like when he gets
Oh, when he gets hit with the ice.
when he gets hit with the ice that actually
Yeah.
kills him, and everything after that is just like
Like a dream or something.
it's just yeah, it's just like the Taoist like when you die, it's just like your body, you accepting like your fate kind of thing, and it's like, and it's basically it's like that's the interpretation of that, and it's funny because it's like it got back to like the creator of it or something, and he's like, it basically,
You're an idiot.
no, actually, what it basically was like, oh, that's really interesting theory. That's not what it is, but that's very,
Oh.
very interesting. Like he was like very positive and very
Yeah.
kind
But
about
thanks
it.
thanks for the feedback. Thanks for looking into my game.
Yeah,
so
it was like
deeply.
and it was like one of those things that he's like, oh, I'm really glad that I made art that someone could look into this deeply, but no, absolutely not. But it's like it explains why like the last half it would explain why the last half of that game was a train wreck besides we ran out of time and funding, which is what happened.
It gets weird and fucked up towards the end.
Well, like it's like time condension. What the
Yeah.
fuck was that?
Crazy, yeah.
Like,
Disc 1 was awesome.
it was all right.
I liked it.
It was all right.
Mutant Ones, this game is just like watching it. It's just very Mega Man-ish.
It like Mega Man and like
Because I mean, you get limited abilities, right? You can jump, you could duck, you can hover with your jetpack, and you can shoot. Very very simple, very limited what you can do. But they're basing the whole game obviously around these simple mechanics. And then if you could power up, that would. I mean, your hover is like just enough to make all the jumps in
Yeah.
the game. So like when you get eventually that power up,
you
it'll make
would feel invincible.
you will feel, wow, this game is now significantly easier.
that's. I don't know how many. I have 700. Need a little more to break on through to the
Yeah.
other side.
I wonder if there's any boss battles in this game, or if it's all just level based, or like was there a story like when you first started? Was there some kind of like a story or
There
something?
was, but um, it was less than your normal Mega Man story.
So there is very loose plot. Basically, it's like play as this guy, jump around.
You're playing a DS, and then it literally goes, oh, monster or aliens are attacking, and that's like the
And
story.
that's it.
And it's like, I guess it's this dude's like job to fucking take him out.
Cool.
Go, dude. Because if it's not for some nerd with glasses on with, I think, a super soaker,
Yeah, it's just like a water gun, I think.
but like mutant mud, get it?
Mm-hmm.
It's good because I didn't until I just said that out loud.
See, look at these jumps, man. You gotta be spot on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes. Let's go with that as opposed to me just being awful at the game.
Well, no, it's not that. I mean, you do have to.
Well, and
have
it's like I'm
some skill.
trying to like line it up and like,
Yeah, you got to time
and
it.
yeah,
You got to time it right so you jump when it's not there. So by the time you are there,
yeah. All right, I can do this. Stop screwing up. And not only that, but it's like, damn it!
Or watch, you'll get all the way up there and then you'll get shot. Yeah. See,
Again, yeah.
see they this game's a bitch. They nice level design here.
Yep. And we have someone else in the chat. How's it going, everybody? Oh,
Yeah, so if you joined us late, this is Mutant Muds Deluxe. It will launch on Steam tomorrow, or I guess technically in just a few hours from now. So it'll be available. I think it's going to be like $10 on Steam. Don't quote me on that, but it's somewhere around there, I believe.
okay. Quote him on that, everyone, in your news articles.
Right. Oh yeah, Steam. Okay, so there is Steam leaderboards and Steam achievements to clarify myself from earlier.
Yes, there is Steam achievements. I've unlocked a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's also worth noticing. Obviously, this is HDified. You can play it in 16:9.
Yeah. This is cranked up a little bit. This is full screened.
Exclusive to Mutant Muds Deluxe are 20 new and challenging ghost levels that can be found in a mysterious
It's a
parallel world
ghost!
beyond the Phantom Mirror. As you unlock each level in the normal world, its counterpart in the ghost world will be available to you. New spectral enemies, haunting hazards, and a ghastly new ghost shot power-up await you. So that's what's unique to the deluxe version, which is this PC Steam version here. Another ice level, huh? Your favorite?
I hate you. I hate you and whoever like originally came up with ice levels.
There's always got to be an ice level, a fire level, earth level, lava.
Earth level? You mean like every level?
Like the earth, forest, desert.
Oh, it's based on Earth. It's an Earth level. Someone hit him hard.
Oh, nice. Ah.
Motherfucker.
So you're gonna get yourself a Link Between Worlds?
Yeah, it's already pre-ordered on Amazon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got it on the Zon.
Yes, I try not to give my business to GameStop.
I saw that. I think it was Best Buy. They're also offering the free download code for Oracle of Seasons too. I thought it was a GameStop exclusive, but I'm pretty sure it was Best Buy's offering that too.
Okay. I'm not
Whoa.
gonna order from GameStop or from Amazon just because
When
that
you pre-order on Amazon, do you get it? Do you get it? Does it arrive on the day of its
it
launch? Or do
depends
they?
on the game.
Depends on the game. So they're going to be busy mailing out a lot of Xbox Ones this Friday.
They actually, maybe not. They supposedly just opened up
Oh, I saw that.
more
Yeah,
releases. So, yeah, in theory, possibly a bunch of people canceled their Xbox One things.
could have canceled, or maybe Microsoft magically found some more. They were saying too that there's going to be supposedly, anyway,
Well,
some extra.
Sony was saying like you'll be able to find a PS4
Hmm.
this holiday season.
Yeah, if you really look for one. And then Microsoft was saying that there's going to be more Xbox Ones at Microsoft stores laying around. You probably got your best shot of getting one like launch day if you go to a
What the
Microsoft
fuck is a
store.
Microsoft store?
I mean, they're in malls.
No, they're not.
There, there's a few of them out here by me in the Chicagoland area. Again, they're few and far between, but it's not like a Best Buy where they got one in every town.
I think we actually have like two Best Buys out here.
I like how those hammer enemies, if you will, that you just got killed by, like they fall on their side. They don't fall like a normal hammer. Like when you're hitting something with a hammer, you hit it on the head.
Yeah.
There's like a mallet, and it hits you on the side, which is kind of like extra insult to injury because it's like lazily hitting you.
I promise I was good at video games at one point in my life.
Come on, dude, you can do it.
That makes it even worse.
You can do it. You got pressure. You got all these people watching you
Oh
play this
yeah,
game.
yeah, Casey, you, and someone else. Yeah,
All this pressure.
under pressure.
Link Between Worlds has been getting great reviews too. They were saying like it's
Has
been
it?
like the best Zelda in a long time. 9 out of 10s, 9.5s, 10s.
My favorite Zelda game is an unpopular opinion to have.
Majora.
Nope.
Uh, Wind Waker.
Nope. Wind Waker's like the popular opinion to have right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right now it's probably
It's like the super pop.
with the HD remake.
I liked it back in the day, and it's like I will be happily the first to admit I had no problem with the art style back in the day. I had a problem with the sailing.
I like the sailing.
I fucking hate the
I
sailing.
don't know
in
why
that game.
people were bitching about that.
It makes the world feel fucking empty.
I don't know. I liked. I mean, sure, it was kind of tedious to like change the wind, every so often.
It's
But
not. I didn't even have a problem with that. It's just that like the way that it was set up, it just made it feel like there was nothing there.
so, what's your favorite game then? Like Minish Cap? Didn't we talk about this last week?
No, I know you would probably
Uh,
remember it because it's like every time I tell someone, they're like, "Are you fucking serious?"
so,
Twilight Princess.
oh, you like Twilight Princess?
Like I said, yeah.
Wow.
Did you beat Twilight Princess?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I've beaten every Zelda game except Zelda 2, which we talked about last week. But Twilight Princess was all right. I mean, it wasn't.
It's my favorite Zelda game. Yeah, I think it's really fucking good. I
Yeah.
think it's completely underrated. I think it got a lot of hate. I don't know why it got a lot of hate, but
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I didn't think it was the best Zelda, but it was still a good. I mean, there hasn't been a bit. I mean, let's not even bring up the stupid CDI games, but
well, I mean, like what name a okay, like it's definitely like I haven't played Skyward Sword. I wanted to play Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword was good. I really liked it. The only thing that I didn't like is you got to like keep going back to like this forest, the forest temple. Basically, you got to like keep fighting the same guy like over and over and over. It was kind of even though.
Motherfucking piece of shit asshole.
Is there a different level you can play?
Oh, I'm
Or
sure. Yeah, let's do that.
the ice is messing you up here.
Yeah, let's just Yeah, let's just go to a different level.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Let's go to the fire level.
Oh, let's switch it up. Nice.
Yeah, nice is not the term I would.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell like these, rotating spike things. Like,
Yeah,
that's a 3DS.
yeah. I don't have any real problem with that.
And it's still, yeah, it still looks fine.
It looks, yeah, it looks, yeah, it's
You can
perfectly
still
fine.
tell it's in the foreground. You can still tell, like, you can be hit by it.
It still makes me want to smash stuff.
This game, it's challenging.
It's not as easy as you'd think, which actually is pleasantly surprising.
Yeah, I mean, you think like, okay, here's
I thought
these.
this was a kiddies game, like
Yeah, you think like here's the cute
especially
cuddly
like the
graphics.
first level of this is like really fucking easy.
Yeah, I mean, I played the. You can download a demo of this game on the 3DS eShop, and I played through the demo. Well, it took me a long time to get through the demo. I was like, wow, this game is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It's one of those games where
Fuck me.
you kind of you just you learn the more you go.
Yeah.
Like there, like you instead of jumping on the platform, then shooting. If you jump on the platform before it and take out the guy from a distance, it's like you kind of just live and you learn. So you should be. It's one of those things where you kind of get better with a little bit of practice.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, anyway.
Or you're just like me and you just get awful.
You get worse.
Yeah. Somehow you just manage to get worse as you play the game.
But I wonder, I mean, you should probably be able to go back and play and kind of like farm old levels if you wanted to like get.
So I think these are the shadow levels I'm going to right now. Let's try these.
Are these like the ghostly levels or
Yeah.
whatever that is? So yeah, these might be the new. Oh yeah.
It's ghostly. Oh yeah, this is entirely fucking different.
Mm-hmm. So these are enemies you can't shoot, but I'm
No.
assuming you could still get hit by them
Yeah, yeah.
for an added challenge because the game. Oh, see, the game's not hard enough.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. They figured by now, well, you've probably been playing this game for a while. You're probably a pro at it or much better at it. Let's add it some more challenge.
You're probably not Gilman.
You're probably right. What? What? Oh, thought you were going down the hole there.
That's what she said.
Ooh.
Topical humor.
That's why we're here. Bad jokes.
Yeah! I don't know any good ones, so.
So, did you ever play the WarioWare or the Wario Land game for Virtual Boy?
I did not know.
Yeah. Game gave you a headache. Makes you want to throw up after a while.
Oh, so it was on the it was on the Virtual Boy?
On the Virtual Boy, it was probably. It was. It was one of the better Virtual Boy games. I don't know if that means anything, but
It's funny, I had a friend in college that kept trying to insist that he owned every single Virtual Boy game.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I know you're a fucking liar. And he's like, why are you saying that? And I'm like, because there are Virtual Boy games that are worth like $600.
Yeah, like if you ever come across it was a Space Invaders for Virtual Boy. That game is rare as hell. Like those, only in Japan. Oh, see, there you go. There, you got yourself a nice gun now.
Yep.
Now you can take out this guy. So does it go almost the whole screen now?
I don't know what it does.
It goes a little bit further than the other.
I can rapid fire it.
I think it goes. I think it shoots farther too.
Yeah, there's There's like some games for the Virtual Boy that like you that it are just like so fucking rare that it's just
Yeah.
like they just don't exist.
A lot of them are from Japan. Probably the rarest Virtual Boy game I think was Jack Brothers,
Yeah,
which
didn't
was
that
a US.
came out?
And that came out. 'Cause I own it. That came out in for the Virtual Boy, and that I think technically, if you want it, well, it depends on how you look at it. I guess that might be the very first Shin Megami Tensei game.
There was one for the Game Boy. Game Boy.
Was
And
it was it,
it was
a US release?
Yeah, it was a Jack Brothers.
No, there was a Jack Brothers. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a Game Boy release of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, like the original.
Yeah, yeah. And that is the first Mega 10 game to come out. But I mean, the Virtual Boy came out like right after that. But I do remember playing the like I think I only ever played that like once. It was in like an Ames or something, and I was like, and I, which should date this entire reference, and I think my exact response was, not impressed.
Yeah. I bought it when Toys R Us had it because they weren't selling, so Toys R Us was just clearancing them off. I think I bought the console at the time for maybe like $50, 30. I mean, you know what? It might have even been $30. I think I bought it for like $30, brand new. And then they had a bunch of.
Doesn't it take like 20 AA batteries or something ridiculous?
I think it takes 4. But you know what? I bought the
AC adapter.
Yeah, the AC adapter, because you plug it into the controller, and like that's how it gets its power. Oh.
Yeah. Ugh, motherfucking cockass!
You gotta time your jumps better, dude.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Oh, cutting it close there.
Cock fuck! Some weeks I think you only do this to listen to me curse.
So needless to say, Mutant Muds, depending on maybe your skill level,
yeah.
It might be a little frustrating. What are you going to do? Watch out for that floater, the floating Goomba.
I hate you. Why are we friends?
Took a spike up the ass that time.
Yeah, well, fuck.
It's very, it's kind of like, you get three hearts, which is low to begin with, but then you get the insta-kills. At least you can just, you restart right at the beginning of the level. There's not like a limited amount of continues.
Fuck me!
You had it too.
Yeah, I did.
You had a bad jump there.
Oh, did you hear about what happened with the new Need for Speed Rivals on the PC?
No.
I guess if you crank it up to anything that's above 30 frames per second, like it is on the consoles, it just runs. The game runs that much faster.
Oh, like the speed of the game?
So if you crank it up to 60 frames a second, video games.
You're playing at like 2 speed or something?
Yeah, like video games are supposed to run. It just runs at twice the speed.
Wow.
So there was
this is, you said PC version.
Yeah, so there's this someone did a let's play of it, and they were playing it on just like a gaming like a really nice gaming rig, and it was running at like 120 frames a second.
No way.
And it was running like 4 times speed.
And did they even know, or were they like?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have audio because I was watching it at work, but it was the entire thing was fucking unplayable, and it was just like watching it. It was like, oh fuck.
Man, that that is EA. They messed that up. The SimCity ordeal. What else are they gonna fuck up?
Battlefield is still not playable on PC right now.
Really?
Yeah. Um, if you so what is it like the whatever when you change like all of the landscapes or whatever it
Uh
is.
huh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you do that on a PC server, the entire server crashes.
No.
And like supposedly there have been instances that not only does the entire server crash, but it like will crash you out to the client as well, like crash the client too. So like it's a full crash.
Yeah.
So like and like the way it's done, it's like the game launches. There's a launch client that you use, and then
Is that through Origin?
yeah, and that launches the game. So
That
it
has to be through
basically
Origin, yeah.
crashes to desktop when something like
No.
so when something like when the tower falls apart and that like
Yeah.
the big stage that they've been like showing off like crazy.
Yeah, and the commercials and stuff.
Yeah, when that falls, like the game crashes. The server basically doesn't exist anymore because
Have you heard anything about like the PS4 version?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's Battlefield, so it's all designed to play on PC.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes on 360 in a couple of days here. I'm sure the internet will express their opinion like they always do.
Oh God, it's weird. Like especially just even reading like people like trying to um, pick sides on PS3 versus like or
Yeah.
PS4 versus PS3, and it's weird because like every time you read an article, it's like you can tell if they're going to side with the PS4 when they start adding like make believe things for the Xbox One to pull ahead on. Like, oh, who has the best user interface?
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Did you see last week's South Park?
I hated it just because they were like, oh, like the stuff they were coming up with was like, oh, the Xbox One's going to have a higher frame rate, and it's like that's not true about anything.
It was just hilarious because it's just the stupid console wars.
Yeah,
That's just how Xbox people are. That's just how PlayStation people are. Just I thought it was hilarious.
well, I don't know. It was just like I was listening to it, and it's like, well, none of that stuff they're saying about Xbox is true though. This generation, like, it doesn't have a higher frame
No,
rate.
well, they said something like we want to get the Xbox because we can do the like the Insta Snap to chat, and they said something you can play a game and you can instantly switch out of your game to go use Skype or the internet or whatever. They mentioned it, so it was pretty accurate from.
Well, yeah, but I've also heard rumors that there might have been money hats changing hands. Like,
well, you figure
I've heard rumors that certain episodes of South Park have been bought and paid for.
like maybe Warcraft.
People say that, but I don't really think the Warcraft one was. I think it was just two spot. I think it was.
I mean, either way, if they, I don't see them, being like bought out or anything because they have the South Park game coming out soon. I'm sure they just want to on PS4 and Xbox One. So I'm sure they just want to, get the South Park name out there as much as possible because the game comes out, I think, the beginning of next year. It keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah, well, there hasn't been a good South Park game ever.
No.
Or Scott Tenorman's Revenge was supposedly okay. Or was it Let's Go Tower Defense?
It's probably. Oh yeah, that's probably like the best.
There was one that was like that. People were like, "Oh wow, this is a pretty good South Park game."
Like Chef's Love Shack, that totally sucked.
Oh
and there was
God,
original South Park on N64, which had like the worst fog effects, like worse than Silent Hill.
Dude, I remember,
but on purpose.
I remember people trying to get me to play Chef's Love Shack,
Oh no, that's you
and
don't need to do
like,
that.
and being like, dude, isn't this game's that was the kart racer, right?
Yeah, well, no, that was like a Mario Party-ish. I think there, you know what? I think there was like a racing segment in it.
No, which one was the kart racer?
I forgot. I kind of blocked it out of memory to be
One of
honest with
them
you.
was a kart racer, and like seriously, it was. I don't know. Like they kept sitting there. One of them was like a first person shooter too,
That
wasn't there?
that that was yeah, that was the original South Park on
I
N64 where you
used
just
to,
fought like
yeah.
the Thanksgiving turkeys.
I used to have friends that would be like, "Dude, isn't this so great? Isn't this so great? It's just like the show. It's so funny." And I'm like, "It's no, it's fucking awful." All right, I think that's
Yeah,
gonna do it for this
yeah,
week.
yeah. I agree.
For this week, I'm Dan Gilman. You can find me on Mygamer. I do reviews. I'm mainly the PC editor, managing editor, that kind of thing. You can also find me on varms.net. I'm over there all the time. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at Gilman. Um, what can we follow you on, Zach?
I am Zach. You can, yeah, of course, go to mygamer.com. We got everything up there. You can check out my personal blog, squallsnake.com. Pretty much everything I put on MyGamer, I put on my blog anyway. What else? I'm at Zach Gaz at Twitter. Follow me. Yeah, I think that's about it.
All right, so we will see you guys next week.
Yeah, take it easy.